Moment of silence for the champions, for those who make going hard a lifestyle. Never wait for nothing, gotta get it right now. I'm in the spotlight when they turn the lights down. Only a champ swing the hardest in the 12th round. I love the fourth quarter, I love the ninth inning, I love game 7. Bring on the competition, cause in my heart, can't nobody do it better. Can't slow me down, won't stop me never. I'm so Cassius Clay, I'm Tyson in his prime.
What's up, motherfuckers, and welcome back to the Pressure Podcast. It's a Saturday night edition. Give me a hell yeah.
Give me a hell yeah.
Tonight we will recap the conference finals in the East and the West. We will recap the game that just ended, which was the OKC in Minnesota. And we will also bring back the players under pressure for the conference finals. So without further ado, we are live from our studio in Orlando, Florida. It's your boy King Coke.
Finish him.
Rated M for Millennials. It's Savage Saturday, everybody. We are here midnights, Monday, Thursdays, and Saturdays at Pressure Podcast live on YouTube. We are the only podcast where viewer has say, and I have a lot of say for this weekend. The Villains has a sidekick. The T-Wolves bounce back, and then players under pressure after that. So let's start with the T-Wolves, who bounced just back in extraordinary fashion. It's a beatdown, 143 to 101. Pass the sticks twice, basically. OKC leads 22 to 1. Wolves expected home win changed the outlook on the series for you? Because I still have Minnesota in 6.
Did it change my outlook?
And had 39 and 6
if OKC if OKC don't watch out, they might lose in 5.
No, they can't lose in 5.
Well, the way this game went. Okay, no, I know it's not possible. But what I'm saying is, the way this game went, they need to take one of their wins, because this is a beatdown, bro. Like OKC didn't have an answer, and what I mean by that is like, Boston. I bring Boston back in this because they played New York, but when New York beat them down like they did, Boston was missing Jason Tatum. What's OKC's excuse in this game for nobody showing up? I'm talking about nobody. Shea 4 for 13, Jalen 3 for 9, Chet 3 for 7. 10, 13, and 14. They put up a stat in the first quarter where Anthony Edwards had more points than all of OKC.
Yeah.
I get it. If you want to look at the silver lining, if you're an OKC fan, you'd be like, well, it's just one game. But y'all ain't beat this team like this. In your crib, y'all didn't beat this team like this. Y'all had to fight. So I don't know. I'd be a little worried if I was OKC.
It doesn't change the outlook.
But I still think, 6.
I kind of expected it to go 2-0 to Minnesota, and then they're going to win 4 straight is how I had envisioned it. I think it's still going to go that way. I think it's going to head that way. I don't think anybody but SGA is going to show up for Minnesota, for Oklahoma when it comes to road games. And by the time they get back to OKC, if the T-Wolves have grown mentally as a team, they're not going to let the Thunder steal the momentum. They're going to go in there. They're going to steal that home court advantage then and finish it off and 6 it over there in Minneapolis. So I think this is going the right way. I envision it this way. The Thunder are way too young to win. Even if they advance, which I seriously doubt, they're just way too young to put your money or your life on it. I know it sounds a little harsh saying it, putting your life on the line, but that's how I bet. I'm not gonna just bet. If I have money on the line, I'm gonna take a chance. No. I'm gonna bet like if my life is on the line. If my life's on the line, I'm gonna take this chance here only because I trust this team. I don't trust the Thunder for many reasons. 1, because they're young. Number 2 is because they're inexperienced, and number 3 is because on the road they've proven it time and time again. This is a one-man army. So we'll see. We will see, but the outlook doesn't change on for this one.
9 bench points.
Yeah. Now this is
43.
Ant's first good game efficiently,
Absolutely, 12 of 17.
and
Violate.
Randall's best game of the series by a mile. If this continues, they could actually win it all. This is
I need Randall to get more rebounds, though. 4 rebounds is not enough. That's not.
no.
I get it. In this game, it was a blowout. You didn't have to, but there's gonna be other games where it's gonna be closer, and you're gonna have to rebound and do the gritty work for your team.
Yeah, but the Thunder can't afford to lose like this again. 143 to 101.
Not if they lose like this again.
Now,
it's not
if you're the Thunder, how do you bounce back from this?
If you're the Thunder, like I said, the silver lining is one game. You lost. You got to go make adjustments and hopefully come out with the same energy that Minnesota's on right now. Because what I saw from Minnesota was, like, from the beginning of the game, I was watching even Rudy Gobert step up and play defense a little bit better than he was. Seemed like a little lackadaisical in the first 2 games, but in this third game, they looked like they was putting pressure on SGA. They weren't going to let him get going at all in this game, and the proof was right there for 13. They weren't letting him even get to the paint, really. So if I'm OKC, find a way maybe not so he doesn't have to be so ball dominant. You know what I'm saying? Where he can get a catch and shoot, maybe get him going like that a little bit more, so he doesn't waste so much energy. Because people don't understand, like, when you're going 1-on-1 all day, all the time, and you got to dribble the ball, you all that's energy. All that's energy you're wasting. So that's why some of these people that, they just catch and shoot, you see them go crazy from 3. All they doing is catching and shoot. They don't have to do nothing. They just run, catch, and shoot. As opposed to somebody else who has to dribble, pass the traffic, and then try to get their own shot, which is a lot more energy being wasted. So I'd say just, like, dumb it down to where he doesn't have to continue to create his own shot so much. And that's part of the coach's job.
And where's Caruso?
Caruso was terrible. 3 points. And just in foul trouble, bitching and complaining the whole night. Like he wasn't getting those calls in OKC, not realizing, nigga, you're not home anymore. I don't think OKC realized that. And I think that was my thing when I started watching the game. I was like, yeah, let's see if SGA gets those calls that he was getting over there in OKC. He ain't getting not a nail nutter. He didn't get none of those calls.
Yeah, the ref mates were not there for him. The girl refs for SGA. I think the Thunder can bounce back, but I just don't think they're gonna do it, because for them to do it, they're gonna have to pull a shot in game 4, and they're gonna have to steal one. Something tells me it's gonna be a lopsided score again in Minnesota, because if Minnesota has a rolling like this, the Thunder have no chance in the land of 10,000 lakes. As long as Ant-Man continues to be efficient, this series is over, in my view.
I told my mans at work today, I was like, expect Edwards to go for 40. He would have went for 40 had the game been closer. Yeah. But he didn't have to.
They had rookies.
The game was over.
They had rookies in the game.
The game was over.
Randall has to continue like this. This is the Randall that I expected to take advantage of the mismatches as he have in the paint.
Efficient, too. An efficient Randall, too.
This is the Randall that I expected to dominate.
Get your ass in the paint.
Homo Green and Isaiah Hartenstein. Hartenstein's a better defender than Homo Green is, but
sometimes he seems to fall in love with that shot too much and wants to shoot that 3, and I'm like, it's cool, you know what I'm saying, when you got it going, but don't rely on it so much.
Nah, my biggest problem with Julius Randle is that when he slashes to the basket, he sometimes tries to do too much, or he tries to create something that he's never practiced before, and he ends up turning the ball over, bobbling the ball where he has to pick up his dribble, and now he has to pass out instead of creating for himself. That to me is the biggest thing.
I think also he got a few in transition that helped him as well earlier on in the game, and it got him into rhythm where he's just like.
It's when he's pressing. It's when he's
Yeah.
It's when he's
When they're down.
No, not when he's down. It's when his shot isn't falling or he hasn't had a score in a while. He'll try to create a dribble move that he's never. It seems like he's never practiced before, and he'll either turn the ball over or he'll fuck it up to where he bobbles it and has to pick up his dribble, and there goes his offensive threat.
Or he'll lose balance and like bump into the guy, and they'll call offensive foul. So.
Or just fall down and turn the ball over.
That's
That's one thing I don't like to see about Randall. I think that's the one thing I can't stand about him is that he's very, very, very like.
But other than
with that, the Rock when he's on the way down.
Other than that second half, and that terrible game he had the last game, he's pretty lights out. And also, I want to say that about the other guy that we're about to talk about as well.
And part of my reach here. Give me a second.
Let's see, I can run off some stats here while my man's gone. Like I said, 43 bench points to 9. 20 of 40 from 3-point line, Minnesota.
So SGA had
50 rebounds to 31 rebounds.
The MVP had a very un-MVP like performance today.
They were up 45 points at one point.
What's the story on SGA? What did you see from SGA
tonight? They kept bringing. Okay, so
he's 4-13, 2 of 5 from 3. He was only 4 of 4 from free throw line. So it's like he didn't search, or maybe it's one of those where they're like.
I own that fake MVP. I like
Finish him.
Shout out to Anthony Edwards, who Ant-Man just joined the live. Ant-Man, why'd you gotta do him like that? Why'd you gotta do him like that, brother? And let me tell you something. Do me a favor.
Keep that efficiency, please.
Dunk on Homo Green. Let me repeat myself. Hold on.
Be cool, nigga.
I want you to dunk and put your nuts on his cracker's forehead named Chet Homo Green.
Pause.
Big pause. Big pause.
What the fuck?
Jump over his cracker ass and make sure you put him in the fucking poster. Serving up a facial. Yes, and a foul.
Fatality.
So the one thing that I want to say, they brought up while I'm watching the game, they brought up how, don't fall asleep on OKC because they've come back from 29 down. And did they forget that the top player on Memphis went out that game? That they were up that much? Stop it, bro. Like, we're not about to act like. We are not about to act.
No Diddy, though. No Diddy. Never that.
Bro, we are not about to act like they played a superior team at that point. At that point, Ja Morant got hurt, and it went downhill for Memphis. We clearly know who their best player is.
Yeah, but the thing about SGA is that SGA, either he did one or two things in my view. Either he did what a lot of smart playoff teams do. All right, guys, they're going to blow us out. It's not our night. Save your energy. Let's try again tomorrow. Or the pressure's starting to get to him. He's still untested. He's still not battle tested. He's still not in that level. We're going to talk about that in a few seconds. We will talk about it in a few seconds.
No,
okay?
I don't think it was just tonight it was just collective. Like nobody did good. There was no one that I can be like, oh damn, he played. There's like nobody on.
Meanwhile,
OKC.
Minnesota fired out all cylinders.
Everybody.
I don't expect the same game results next game, but I expect the Thunder to score about the same and the T-Wolves to score about 115 to 120. Okay? So let's get to the next topic, which is my New York Knicks in the Eastern Conference Finals, down 0-2, Pacers beat us 114-109. Indy leads 2-0, like I mentioned earlier. Fuck Pascal Siakam's 39 points. Brunson had 36 of his own. Are the brooms out? Is it over for New York? Any chance of a comeback?
The brooms out. No way, man.
The brooms are not out. Is it over for New York? Not a chance. And is there a chance of a comeback? Of course there is. It's only 2-0. But this is win now mode. This is win now mode. And the thing about the New York Knicks is they're kind of like my Baltimore Ravens in a way. Not that nobody can beat the Ravens except themselves. Not that part. The thing about my Ravens and the Knicks is that whenever they're supposed to win, whenever Vegas has them like, oh, this is a lock, they're going to win, that's the game we fuck up. But when we're not expected to do shit, when we're expected to be, all right, they're probably going to make it close, but, you know what I'm saying, the other team's going to do good, that's when we turn the tables. That's when the Ravens show up and blow people out, and that's when the Knicks surprise people thus far this playoffs. This playoffs. I'm not saying this is a history of what the Knicks have been doing like my Ravens, but thus far this playoffs, when the Knicks are not supposed to win, they shock the world. But then when they're supposed to win, like we were supposed to close out the game against you guys, bam. We're supposed to close out against the Detroit Pistons, bam. We're supposed to be up 2-0 against Indiana, bam. But when we're supposed to get swept, Indiana's supposed to be at home, that's when we shock the world. We're only lost one game in this playoff, so there is a chance. However, I like to call it how I see it. I like to call it how I see it, okay?
Be cool, nigga.
What the fuck you laughing at over there?
It's not looking good. Because it's not looking good, bro. You know it's not looking good. You know it. You know it's not, bro. You know it's not. It's okay. It's okay. I mean, I still think that this is going to go 6. But I got Indiana. Indiana just started earlier than I thought. I didn't expect 2 games at home. Not supposed to lose 2 games at home in the playoffs.
Well, we lost to the Pistons, too.
Yeah, but not back-to-back.
Yeah,
You
we
didn't
did.
lose back-to-back.
Yeah, we did.
You lost back-to-back at home?
Well, it was game 2 and then game 5.
Okay, so that's
So
what I
it
mean.
was back-to-back home games, but not back-to-back actual games.
Now, the one thing I will say is, yes, you have played good on the road.
Very good.
But
Extremely good.
the Pacers...
Hey, add something else. Add some adjective. You don't just say you played good. We played extremely good. We only lost once. Put some respect on my road Knicks name, okay? Madison Square Garden is the Mecca. We all know this.
Yeah,
But the Mecca doesn't show up with the juice until the later games. The early games don't mean shit.
But the problem here is that
I'm not trying to convince myself.
that you're giving the Pacers too much confidence. You're giving the Pacers too much confidence. Look, the first game, Neesmith hit. Okay, he hit those shots. Okay, I get it.
He's gonna continue. He's gonna continue to hit shots.
Now he's good. Now, but okay, yes, but had they stopped that earlier?
They're not gonna stop that earlier. They're not gonna stop that earlier. You know what they can't continue happening? They can't continue people to Siakam to have 39 points. That's the reason they won.
I mean, but
they
Siakam
can't keep turning the ball
do that,
over.
though.
They can't
Siakam
keep turning
is
the ball
capable of
over, and they can't continue to make mental mistakes down the stretch. But these are all fixable things. None of the games have been lopsided, and I don't expect any of the games to continue like that. But one thing,
I don't think any of the games are going to be
I don't think so either. But one thing's for
maybe
certain.
maybe one in Indiana, but that's probably it.
One thing's for certain. We're gonna continue to talk about this very soon, but the more that the score gets close, stays close, the more it favors us. Now, that's 2 games that we lost because of mental mistakes. But if we could eliminate those mental mistakes, that's when we got them. Because if the games are close and we don't make mistakes, we got them. We've been proving that. We even proved it in both games where we made it close. But mental mistakes gave the Pacers the win. And I'm not making excuses. I'm just saying that this is some things that if it's a pattern that continues. Remember, I told y'all every last week, I notice trends. I pride myself in noticing trends and patterns. And the pattern is that right now we cannot defend the perimeter and the post at the same time, which is a problem against this team because at any moment someone in the perimeter could get hot or someone in their post could get hot. However, we can't bank on Indiana to have somebody in the perimeter or in the post get hot back to back games. Tom Thibodeau will hit the drawing table and he will come up with a plan. That I guarantee. The problem I have with my Knicks is that on the road we don't shoot very good, but we for some reason hold them down. But this is the problem. The Pacers are a higher paced team. I don't think we're going to be able to do that to them. But if we can manage to keep the score close and limit to mental mistakes, we're going to win those two in Indiana. Because I know that we're the better team as far as experience is concerned, but it's one thing to know what you want to do, and it's another thing to actually go and do it. You have to execute. So, no, it's not over. The brooms are not out, and there's still a chance of a comeback, but it's win now, mode now.
When you say experience, do you mean Thibodeau or are you talking about the players?
No,
the
roster in general.
Okay, so Siakam's a champion, right?
Yes.
And Nobi's a champion.
Correct.
You got
is that the
Thibodeau.
Pacers?
Thibodeau's a champion.
The Pacers came up last year.
No, but Thibodeau's a champion, so
yeah.
I'll give you that.
No, but what I mean is, remember, I go with the nucleus and what they've done the last recent years. This Pacers nucleus has only been together 2 years.
Yeah.
We've been already 4 years. It's just Karl Anthony Towns and Mikal Bridges are the newer guys.
Okay, so my other take is Cat. Where the fuck was Cat at for the last 5-6 minutes in the game?
Yes, that was a mental.
Made no sense.
I think that was on Thibodeau.
He had it going, in my opinion.
Thibodeau made 2 mistakes on that one.
I think he's had it going in this.
Let me speak on that. Number one, Thibodeau made 2 clear mistakes on that one. He doesn't deserve to get fired for it. I'm just saying he made 2 mistakes. Number one was that he left Karl Anthony Towns off the game too often, especially when the Indiana Pacers were going on a run. We could have answered if we had Karl Anthony Towns in there. And number 2, he allowed Rick Carlisle to outcoach him in the last final seconds, where he couldn't get Robinson out in time before the intentional foul. You cannot make that mistake happen, okay? Because we were tied at that moment, and maybe it could have been different. It seems like it. I know it seems like it's rigged, but no, bro. I promise you, they did not. They just made mental mistakes, but they deserve to lose it when you make mental mistakes. Those mistakes are very, very crucial come playoff time in any sport. So,
a lot of missteps. Missteps.
So, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes the villain has a sidekick. You know what I'm saying? The Joker has Harley Quinn. Sometimes Darth Vader has, Sith Lord Sidious has Darth Vader. And usually sometimes they come in twos. Not always, but sometimes they come in twos and tandems. And right now, New York has Siakam and Halliburton.
You know what I love the most about all this is your thumbnails. Your thumbnails are hilarious. Except fuck Halliburton.
And that was last episode. Fuck Siakam. Yes.
Who's next?
Fuck Siakam.
Who the fuck is next? Fuck Neymar.
I'm a Knicks fan. I gotta represent. Okay. So let's get to players under pressure. We didn't do this last week because we were waiting for the Game 7, and we didn't want to do anything without making our predictions first. So now we get to players under pressure. Go ahead, brother. Cat be playing better without Brunson. Both lead was when Cat was on the floor playing with the I know, but to close out the games,
I agree.
We cannot depend on Mitchell Robinson as much as we can on Cat, and Cat wasn't even in foul trouble. So Thibodeau should have had him out already by the time we were tied and there was only 3 minutes left in the game. We messed that one up.
Nah, yeah, that can't happen. That was a mistake.
But Thibodeau's a smart coach. He'll come up with a defensive game plan. Don't you worry.
That should be fixable. So my players under pressure. I have the team under pressure, and that's the New York Knicks. They gotta win game 3.
What the fuck?
No choice. They ain't got no choice but to win game 3. Tyrese Halliburton in Indiana. Don't blow this. If you blow this, I don't know how you recover from this.
Talk that sass, nigga.
Ant-Man and Randall. I think you guys can pull this off and come back and win this series. Gotta continue to be aggressive and efficient.
Damn it! Come on, Dusty.
SGA and Williams. If you're trying to get to where you want to get to, gotta be better than 4 for 13, my man.
A no good loser like you.
Williams
You
gotta be
bum.
better than 3 of 9, my guy. That's not gonna cut it.
I smell pussy. Is that you, John?
You damn near average the same thing as Randall together. And then I got 2 coaches. And that's Thibodeau and Smith.
Goddamn, white boy.
Don't sit your fucking center
Goddamn, white
in
boy.
the 4th quarter when the game's on the line.
Stop that sass, nigga.
I'm done.
All right. Now, as I always point out when we introduce ourselves, this is rated M for millennials. So millennials will know when it came to the Dragon Ball Z story, whenever there was a tournament or whenever Frieza was on the way, they had to train, they had to get ready, right? There were 2 special rooms in that Dragon Ball Z universe. Number 1 was the hyperbolic time chamber. It was a special room where you could spend a whole year's worth of training in one day. The other one is called the gravity room, where it could multiply Earth's gravity so you could get intense training, feel the pressure, and that way you could get ready for the tournament. So let's get it. In the 50 times gravity room, the lower gravity room, we're going to put Jalen Williams, OG Anunoby, and Mikal Bridges in there. And every time I put him in the gravity room, I give him special instructions.
Finish him.
Don't ghost us. Jalen Williams, you did it today. Do not ghost us. We need a sidekick for SGA. You need to show up more often than not. So don't ghost your boy, okay? Don't go Scottie Pippen migraine game 7 on Jordan, please, all right?
What's up, Cole?
What's up, Cole? What's up?
Give me a hell yeah.
Welcome back, brother. We're over here putting the players under pressure. And we got OG Anunoby and Mikal Bridges. Don't ghost us. Anunoby, you had a great first half and then you disappeared. Mikal Bridges, you had an excellent second half, but where were you in the first?
In the first half.
And then on defense, you guys have not been doing your job in this round whatsoever. So don't ghost us, all right? So let's turn the notch up to 100 times gravity. This is elite more players over here. Here you're going to find Halliburton. Fuck him. Karl Anthony Towns. He's soft.
I smell pussy. Is that you, John?
And Julius Randle, the guy we traded for him. And I also gave him special instructions. Halliburton, this is going to be very, very tough for you, but this is how the playoffs run. You're going to have to learn how to turn from a villain to a hero. Because your heroics alone is going to keep these pesky New York Knicks off your back, okay? So you got to go from being a villain in Madison Square Garden to being a hero at home. I hope you can do that. Karl Anthony Towns, put your goddamn cape on, man.
Damn it. Come on, Dusty.
The fuck is wrong with you, bro? You're supposed to be out here dominating. I need you a 30-point game from you, please. And Julius Randle, embrace the sidekick role, bro. You're not the leading scorer of this team. I know that you're the reason why they advanced last round, but you have to look at the playing surface. You got to look at the conditions of the football field. If it's raining, you're probably not going to pass that much. And if it's bright sunshines and you know you have a weak D-line and weak defense in front of you, you're probably going to pass a lot and mix it up. So embrace the sidekick role and stop trying to do something that you're not. So let's get to the 400 times gravity room. This is where the elites play. In this room, you're going to find 2 Super Saiyans, and Jalen Brunson and the MVP, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And then you're going to find Ant-Man, a superstar in the league, hoping to be the face of the association, but he's not Super Saiyan yet. He needs to learn how to be consistent in the playoffs efficiently to be Super Saiyan. I need SGA and Jalen Brunson to go Super Saiyan 2. Now, they've shown flashes, but they have to go Super Saiyan 2. They have to go and be the best player on the floor every single night for the rest of this series for them to win. That's players on the
Fatality.
And that's crazy that we have to put that type of pressure on Jalen Brunson when he has 36 points.
Yes, but Jalen Brunson, I need you to have that 36 points every night. I can't have you have 25 one game, 20 another game, 30 another game. No, I need you to do what you did last year and run a fucking string of 40-point games. I know you could do it.
I know it's asking a lot, but you got to try to get those 35, 36.
Not with Karl Anthony
without
Towns.
any turnovers, because
Now with Karl Anthony
I don't know
Towns
what the
around,
hell
you
is going
can't
on
trust
with
Karl
him.
Anthony
Turn
Towns
it
because
on.
you know what he is.
Turn.
You want to know what Karl Anthony Towns is?
I smell pussy. Is that you, Jive?
Is that you, cat?
That's Cat Dog.
That motherfucker's pussy as hell. So you can't depend on him having your back.
You don't know what you're gonna do.
So I'm gonna need you to depend on Josh Hart. I'm gonna need you to depend on Anunoby and Mikal Bridges for now, and then Karl Anthony Towns. When Jalen Brunson's off the bench, that's when you take over.
We need to call out Josh Hart too, because Josh Hart only had 6 points last game, and
Yes.
he's been playing really well and shooting the ball really well. So I don't know if that was just him not being aggressive.
Well,
or-
he did an excellent job on Halliburton. He had Halliburton quiet for the most of the night. The problem is Naismith and these guys. But the thing is that Brunson doesn't want to spend too much time on defense because he's the main focus on offense.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to figure. But don't worry, I know Thibodeau. He's a defensive genius. He will figure something out. The problem is offense, is what I told you earlier.
But Josh Hart needs to get more involved.
Yes,
Absolutely.
yes, but
I think he's been shooting the ball very well, especially from 3 lately.
Yeah.
So I would like to see him chuck at least shoot 2 or 3 more of those. Especially if you're open, you know what I'm saying? If you're open, take the shot. Don't hesitate. Don't think about it. You know, you tell me all the time that he does that, and when he does that hesitation shit, that's usually when he misses it because he's thinking about it too much. Just shoot it, bro. Just shoot it. Let that bitch fly.
appreciate all the viewers. Please feel free to subscribe, leave likes and comments. Give us your takes. What do you think is going on with the Western Conference? The T-Wolves just spanked them just today. Are the Wolves? The Wolves were expected to win the home games.
Yeah.
I've got T-Wolves winning in 6. From the beginning of the series, he had T-Wolves in 7. Does this change the outlook on the series for you guys? I don't. I think the Wolves are going to win for the rest of the series, and that's it. They're going to close it out like that, 4 in a row. Because the thing is, this is the danger of having home court advantage. If you win the first 2, that's cool. Obviously, you have the upper hand, but that doesn't mean nothing because you got to now go to their house and now beat them. And if they get tied 2-2, by the time it gets to Game 5 back at your place, they've got momentum. And if they steal Game 5, Game 6 is usually done. You know what I'm saying? That's why out of all the games in the 7-game series, my favorites is Game 1, Game 5, Game 7. 1 is the zone setter. That's the one the road team's usually trying to steal, and that's the one that really sets the tone for the rest of the series. Game 5 is because the road team is usually trying to steal. The thing is, I'm always rooting for the road team, but not because I root for the underdogs. No, it's because I am a hater. I am a Laker hater. I'm a Patriots hater. I'm a Mahomes hater. Not really. It's just that I am very, very old school. I need a team to cheer at and boo at. I need to boo at somebody and cheer for somebody. That's just the way I am. I'm old school. I can't cheer for everybody. And who better to boo at than the champions or whoever is number 1? So usually whenever I'm going for somebody, it's usually the underdog per se, not because they're underdogs, but because I want to beat whoever it is that they're going against who are the favorites. That's just who I am. To be the best, you have to beat the best. And that's all it's about. It's not about the underdog to me. It's about you want to beat the champions. I don't want to be the fan of every champion in the world. I want to beat them eventually. You know what I'm saying? That's just my competitive nature. So I think that you know what I'm saying, the Thunder are going to lose this next game, and any chance for them to salvage the series has to be done in Game 5 back at home because T-Wolves will have full momentum, just like my New York Knicks. If my New York Knicks were to win the next 2 in Indiana, and we get back to Madison Square Garden for Game 5, that's a different New York home crowd right there. That's when New York will usually defend home court. And it should be an interesting series. I cannot wait. Tomorrow should be a day. It's Sunday, and something tells me the New York Knicks are going to win, guaranteed. We're not going out like that 3-0. I don't see it. I just don't see it. But that's why you have to play the games. That's why you have to play the games. That could be the Knicks fan inside me saying that, but the Pacers don't scare me. They're not a team that is going to, you know what I'm saying, because it's not like the games look hopeless. It's just like the games are right there, but we kept making mistakes. And they did too, but we made more mistakes than they did. It was a pretty sloppy game too.
Another thing too that we got to look at is that Indiana, they're going home. So role players play better at home. So
they do.
That's a big. We'll see what happens. I'm worried, man. I'm worried. I'm not even gonna lie. I do have Indiana in 6, but let's see what happens tomorrow. I don't know.
I expect
that'd be crazy if they go down 3. I just don't see it.
I don't see it either. hope we don't go down 3-1. That's all I hope though.
I thought it was gonna be 1-1. That's what I thought it was gonna be.
But what's it called? Jalen Brunson has a chance to become something special right here. You need to take the game over. I need you to be the best player on the floor bar none. Don't let nobody in Indiana outscore you. And be efficient, please, which I know you can. But Cat, I need you to stop looking for fouls and start looking to score, brother. The fouls will come later. But these guys are not gonna call anything. It's been 3 fucking rounds, bro. This is the conference finals. They're not gonna call it.
And some of that shit ain't fouls. You just flailing your fucking arms up.
That man, I swear. I said it from the moment we got him. I was like, listen, I'm never gonna hate him. I don't have to hate him, but I'm never gonna like him. That's what I said. I don't have to hate you, but I'm never gonna like you because you're not made of the same shit I'm made, and I'm Dominican. You should be ashamed of yourself, bro. Dominican players are way, way more aggressive than that, way more disciplined than that, and way more stronger and tougher than that. You soft, bro. You ain't from the third world, bro. Where the hell you from? You from the suburbs or something? I don't know.
Be cool, nigga.
That nigga's so soft, bro. I've never seen somebody so tall and soft in my entire life. Pause. Honestly, who's the softest center you've ever seen in your life? I was gonna say Anthony Davis, but he's a power forward.
Softest center I've ever seen in my life.
It might have to be Carl Anthony Towns.
I guess if we were talking about star
center,
yeah.
At least star centers.
Yeah.
Franchise centers.
Yeah. Probably.
He's got to be the softest.
He's not cause he's not that type of guy. He's a finesse. He's a shooter. That's what he is.
Yes.
He came into the league like that. He was a hybrid. He was like Porzingis, a guy who can, stretch the floor. That's what he wanted to be in Minnesota. That's what he wants to be in New York. But they need him in the paint because he's the. I mean, shit, kid. You watched it. You watched it. Even though Indiana won that game, if you really look at it, they still out-rebounded Indiana, and they kept getting offensive rebounds. And Mitchell Robinson, he's bigger than everybody out there. So, yeah, man. And
Gobert.
I think what do you have?
Rudy Gobert. Listen, I've stopped trusting Gobert.
Yeah, 6 rebounds. That's not even.
Rudy Gobert is another one.
I smell pussy. Is that you, Jive?
That's the weakest Frenchman I've ever seen in my life. That motherfucker there. He wants to show up when he wants to, but then there are times where he's just non-existent. And he's tall for no reason. Tall dudes not doing tall things.
Nice. You can't put that. You can't put Gobert. You gotta put something. You gotta put something else because you can't put Nice and Gobert near each other, ever.
Oh yeah, you gotta gap that with something else, brother. You gotta say
ever. I know that's your name, but you gotta gap that.
Yeah.
Don't. You can't put Nice with Gobert.
Fuck Rudy Gobert, man. Rudy Gobert is like I can't believe the T-Wolves even made it to the Western Conference Finals with Gobert and soft ass.
Bro, he loses the ball like
soft ass Carl Anthony Towns.
A no good loser like you bum.
What's up, King Jamie?
King Jamie, what's up, brother? Oh, I got a question for you. Look at this here, bro. Where is it at? Let's take it to the QFL one time. For those who don't know, I give nicknames to the leagues. The NBA, I call the N3A, the Negro 3-point addicts. The reason I call them that is because all these Negroes, all they do is shoot threes, and when they turn around, if they make it, they hang their arm low, and then they inject themselves with heroin in front of kids and ladies. Okay, you see them doing it all the time. As soon as they hit a three, oh yeah, and then they're gonna tell you that that just means ice in their veins. No, that means they're slapping heroin in front of ladies and kids.
When's my next one?
So that's why I call them the Negro 3-point addicts. It's what I call the N3A. And then the QFL is what I call the NFL, the quarterbacks fucking league, because this is not football anymore. You got to have a quarterback to win in this league. So I call it the QFL. And I want you to look at something, King Jamie. I want you to look at something. You know he's an Eagles fan. He's wearing the hat. You know I'm a Ravens fan. These are the teams that voted for the tush push and green. And then in the red are the teams that voted against to ban the tush push. How is it? This is from CBS. I didn't create this. How is it that our two teams are dead at the top of the list of not to ban, but somehow, some way, I see your team there, man? You want to ban the tush push? How do you feel about that? Do you want to ban the push as a fan? Talk your shit, brother.
Finish him.
Can't nobody be that soft. The whole NFC East is in there. And can you believe Jerry Jones went up there and said, I just don't want them to have an advantage over us. It's not that I want to ban the tush push. I just don't want them to have an advantage over us. Nigga, we got all type of advantages.
What the fuck?
Over y'all, like, that ain't finna do nothing, but what's he gonna do?
You wasn't allowed to vote. That's funny. Okay, you got me there. You got me there.
Nigga.
Goddamn, white boy.
You got me there, King Jamie. You got me there. I'll be more prepared. Now I see how you do things. I peep you, all right? You got me there. Touche. But I don't think it should be banned. Obviously, I know it's a tough play to stop. I get it. It is a very tough place to stop. But it's your fault for letting the Eagles or the Ravens or whoever likes to employ this method of first down gains to get it close on fourth or third down. Your job is to stop them and not get yardage.
That is a quarterback sneak. You know it, I know.
It's a modified QB sneak, but it's not just a QB sneak. When the Ravens do it, we use Mark Andrews. We use it with a tight end or a fullback. What's his name? I forgot our fullback's name. He's a fucking Pro Bowler. I should be ashamed of myself. Richard, Patrick Richard. That's what Ricard. Patrick Ricard, yes. Listen, man, it's not. But you know what? If you ever play Madden, and you look at all the teams' playbook, like 70% of them don't even have a fullback in their roster at all. It's not even in their playbook. So you can see why 70% of the teams want to ban the tush push because they don't have that. They have weak old lines. It's not our fault.
It's zone running. It's zone running mostly now.
Yeah.
They don't like our
But
formation.
King Jamie, I don't see why y'all complain about it. You got a strong O line and a strong D line, so I don't see why y'all complain about it. It's not the reason y'all lost the Super Bowl. I mean, y'all make it to the Super Bowl every year with a tush push around, so I don't see why you guys are even saying anything.
Look, my thing is...
And I'm not saying you are. I'm not saying you are, but I just want to hear that what you and your fellow fans have said. What have you heard?
My thing is with the tush pushes, we don't even use it that much. We only use it on short.
No, y'all used to do.
On short downs.
Yeah, but y'all do it a lot.
But we don't know because in the Super Bowl we only use it twice.
What the fuck?
I get that, but against the Commanders, you used it like 5 times.
Yeah,
and y'all blew them out
why?
Too. And y'all blew them out too.
Why did we use it? No. We used it 5 times because that nigga kept jumping off sides.
They all look alike.
I'm just saying. I get it. It is an advantage. And if you feel like you want to ban it, I'm cool with. Like if they banned it, it's whatever. It ain't gonna stop our offense. We still do have somebody named Saquon back there. We still do have one of the best offensive lines in all of football, and we have the best offensive line coach in football. I don't care who tells me otherwise.
And we were winning by 11 points on you guys before you guys started. Before we started missing field goals, we were up 11 on you guys, and you guys are not undefeated, and you guys didn't win last year and the year before. So you can't tell me that the tush push is unstoppable because these guys have been beaten, and we even had a big lead on them in our house. Well, I don't say big lead, but 11 on them is a big lead. Nobody has 11 on the Eagles. But then they got us back. Nobody comes back on the Ravens running the football. They did it. Usually is with Tyreek Hill or punk ass.
Not the tush push.
Tyreek Hill or punk ass Tyreek Hill or Tyreek Hill.
Does it seem like
Did I mention Tyreek Hill?
I don't know. You tell me, King Jamie. What did you see this year? Did you see a lot of people stop it?
Nah, bro. They practice that to the T. Those guys.
Bro, this isn't a Jason Kelsey thing. This is
those guys.
This is a Stoutland thing. Stoutland is the one who's teaching them how to do that on the O-line.
So let's look at the tower rankings. Let's look back at the tower rankings, shall we?
Finish him.
Stoutland's our offensive line coach.
This was the beginning of the playoffs tower ranking, everybody. Look at this. So we had the Celtics number 1, OKC number 2, Cleveland 3, Knicks 4, Lakers 5, Warriors 6, Rockets 7th, Pacers 8, Clippers 9, and T-Wolves 10. Only because the T-Wolves weren't playing as good just yet, to me. But you got the 2 seed, the 4 seed, and then the
But we also did
8 seed and the 10 seed in the conference finals.
But we also did mention that if the Timberwolves got healthy, that there was going to
They'd be a lot higher. Oh, correct. So let's look at the football tower ranking. Let's see how it finishes there. Wait a minute. Why did I put the Patriots up there?
Well, shit. I think it's flip flop. Is it flip flop? No.
What the fuck is this? I never had this ranking.
You must have been high as a motherfucker when you did this.
No, someone must have took my computer and did something.
They hacked your shit.
Because I don't remember ever putting the Cowboys in our tower ranking ever in our lives.
What the fuck?
I never put the Cowboys there.
I never put the Steelers up there either.
And I never put the Bears there.
Be cool, nigga.
Who did this? Someone did this. Nah, someone hacked my computer. And I'm not even lying to you, bro. I don't know how high I was, but it's the way this is. Not only wasn't I been high enough to make it, I was high enough to send it and put it there because I don't remember ever putting it there. What the fuck was I smoking to put the Cowboys in the top 12 rankings? No, and the Patriots number 1? Fuck out of here. What the hell was this? This is not my power rankings.
You hate the Patriots.
The fuck? Who? No, someone did this. No, I'm not lying to you guys. I don't know.
Tyler.
I didn't.
Tyler, get your ass over here, Tyler.
Who put that? King Jamie, I promise you, I don't know where that came from. Let me show you. Nah, bro. Hell no. The fuck was that?
I'm dead. That's hilarious.
Who?
Tyler got up here and started fucking with your shit. How you get in here?
How the fuck? Yeah, that must have been Rusty or Tyler. Somebody got to do that because that was not me. I promise you. That was not me. What the fuck is that? Look at that. That shit
what the fuck?
Embarrassing.
Put that again. Yo, we gotta clip that. That's hilarious. I was wondering if maybe you like flip flop everything, and then I looked down there, I seen the Bears, I was like, nope, you didn't flip flop.
Brother, I'm telling you, I have never made this power ranking.
No, I never seen you put the Cowboys on.
I have never made this power ranking. Where did this come from? Where did this come from?
That shit must have got.
Where did this come from?
I have no idea. Did it randomly just come up there?
Like, guys, I'm sorry. Chat, I really am sorry. I do these. I don't remember ever doing this. This is not me.
Don't say that.
No, I hate the Patriots. I'm a full Ravens fan. Believe me, I don't know why this is like this. What is this here? What is this here?
I have no idea.
I didn't make this. And I'm not lying to you, bro. That's not a joke or nothing like that. I honestly did not make this.
No,
what the fuck is this?
I know you didn't make that, but it's just hilarious that it's up there.
It is hilarious, but how the fuck did it get there is my question.
And the reason why it's so funny is because they got the Patriots number 1.
Who hacked into my computer? How did they make this?
A true Patriots fan, I knew it.
No, let me...
You're a Patriot. They got you up there like a Patriot fan now. Hell no. I'll burn that shit. That's weird as hell. It just randomly like changed completely. So King Jamie, East KC. Nice. What's your favorite football team? Shit, they beat us every year, King Jamie. Believe it or not, that's the team we have the most trouble with. We can't beat them. Nice. What's your favorite team? Don't tell me not Tampa. I want to know what your favorite team is. He's too embarrassed. It must be a bad team. Please just tell me it's not Washington. I think Washington's going to be good this year.
No, I can't find them, but that's crazy.
You can't find it?
Nah.
That's crazy.
It's I don't know where that ranking came. That shit is killing me right now. How the fuck did that happen? How the fuck did that happen? That was not planned. Everybody, I don't know how that that shit happened, but believe me, that was not planned.
Where's the chat?
They're here. They're still here. That shit's funny. That shit's funny. I don't know how that top ranking got there, but nope.
The coach and how they always seem to beat KC no matter how good or bad the team is. For real? I never even noticed that, to be honest with you. That's crazy.
Believe me, broski, you don't want this one because I don't know how the fuck that. I am perplexed. Who made that tower ranking?
Yeah, you do not want that one.
Who made that tower ranking? Why would the Patriots be number one?
Why,
who put the Cowboys there?
Why would you need that?
But I deleted it off my phone, so I know that it's not here.
Damn.
So I know that it's not here. But I don't know why. Someone's playing a prank on me, bro. Someone's got to play a prank on me. How the fuck did that happen? How the fuck did that happen? It must have been somebody who hates the Patriots and who loves the Patriots and the Cowboys and heard me talking shit. They put that there because there's no way I would put the Patriots in there or the Cowboys in there, and they're damn sure there's no way I put the Bears in there.
You probably just did it by mistake.
No, broski. I never downloaded the Bears thing.
You have like maybe somebody.
Nobody.
Well, they could take it from our stuff.
I guess a hacker did it. A hacker did. I'm not lying to you, bro. That was not
bro,
me.
because it literally is the same thing that we always do. So it had to be some. If it wasn't you, it had to be somebody else.
Yeah.
That clipped it and put it on there and switched it up like that.
Oh, because it's New Jersey, broski. They built it on what used to be the Meadowlands. It's called Trashlands. That was the garbage dump. There's a lot of dead bodies from the mafia. You never heard it from me. I'm not snitching, and a lot of other things that they buried down there. It's Jersey, broski. It's Jersey.
I didn't have him up there. Do you not see this is the number one team to me.
Yeah, believe me, we had.
It was Casey, wasn't it?
It was Kansas City, Philadelphia, Detroit,
Ravens.
No, Baltimore, Buffalo, and
so on.
I'm trying to look for it here. I'm literally trying to look for it.
I think we put the Bucks in there, right? I know we put the Bucks on there. We had the Steelers on there.
There we go.
Washington.
This is the tower ranking I actually had. You see what I'm saying?
There we go.
This is the last one. I just found it. This is the last one I did before the playoffs began. This is the end of the season tower rankings. That's how I had it. See, I don't know who the fuck did that. I would never put the Bears. I don't even have the Bears downloaded here. I don't, because I download the stickers, so because I make these myself. So that's how I know it wasn't me, because I don't have the Patriots sticker in here. I don't have the Bears sticker. I even double checked just now. I don't have the Bears sticker. I don't have the Patriots sticker, and I do have the Cowboys, but that was because I was laughing at the Cowboys when we did the newspapers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, for those who don't know the newspaper, we have our own press. And when we were laughing at the Cowboys, I had to, you know what I'm saying? But I know I don't have the Bears in there.
As long as you don't put the Raiders up there.
Yeah, no, I would never. Yeah, that's why if you look at this tower ranking completely, you could respect this one. The other one, I have no idea. Even for a joke or a prank, I would never do that. I don't know how that shit happened. I don't know how that. We didn't even make one to make fun of teams. What's the funniest teams or whatever? None of that. That ranking made no sense.
So out of all these teams, this team overachieved. They did a lot more than what we expected.
Yes, the Redskins are the
Washington.
The Redskins were the most overachieved team there.
And then
The most disappointing-
this was the surprise. The
most
Bills
disappointing
beating
teams
the Ravens.
Are the
Ravens.
Chiefs, the Ravens, and the Lions.
Yup, pretty much. The Lions, yeah, the Lions. The Eagles should be above case. Yeah, we'll
But this is before the playoffs began.
yeah,
This is
what
the I just found it. This is the last power ranking I had before the playoffs began.
I appreciate the Lord King James. That was funny as hell. He said, to be fair, they won legitimately.
Yeah. So that's what I have right there, and for the most part, I think this list still stays good. I think
Yeah, it
the
does.
Buccaneers are the best in the NFC
W
South.
stands up.
I think the Broncos are the best wild card team in the AFC. I think the Redskins are going to be the best wild card team or the second best wild card team in the NFC. I got Green Bay, maybe being worse or at the same pace as Washington. I got Minnesota still up there, but
Washington probably go
we
up.
will see with JJ
I think-
McCarthy.
and I think Minnesota is going to
Detroit
go
has
down.
proven to be elite. Bills are elite.
Yeah.
Ravens are elite. Chiefs and Eagles are elite. Has anybody elite? Has anybody joined the elite list to you?
I think Washington will. I think Minnesota and Green Bay is going to go down. I think they'll be all right, but I don't think they'll be world beaters or anything. I think Washington's the scary team. That's the one I would look out for.
Yes.
It's in my division. Fuck.
Yes, we never reviewed the tower rankings after the Super Bowl, so we did it just now. That's why I'm still shocked of that crazy power ranking. I'm still sorry, guys. I really am. We're normally doing
What the fuck?
this. We're a lot more chative and this, but this is a shocker. I promise you, I actually didn't make that tower ranking. I don't know what the hell happened there. Who hacked into my shit?
I'm still shocked.
I can't believe we saw that. The Patriots. The fuck?
They had the Cowboys on there. They had the Bears on there.
I think Nick Wright did it. Nick Wright from First Things First, as I talk a lot of shit about him. He probably hacked into my shit. He probably paid a hacker like, yo, fuck his shit up right here, right quick. Because notice how Kansas City's there, number 2, but he put the Patriots, man. Fuck the Patriots. Fucking Nick wrong. He had the nerve to put Caleb Williams over Lamar and Jalen Hurts on QB. What was it? The Mount Mahomes.
I think people.
Mahomes Mountain.
Yeah. I think what King Jamie's saying, I don't agree with that. I think the Broncos are gonna surprise some folk.
The Bengals can, but will they? We don't know because they still, to my knowledge,
We
have
don't-
yet to build them an
O-line.
offensive line. He still has no O-line.
I just don't trust that
Be
team.
cool, nigga.
I love the wide receiver group's good, but one stays hurt most of the time, and they have no O line.
And the thing about it is,
And
though,
their defense to me didn't get better. I think they added pieces. Obviously, in the draft, they did get pieces, but those pieces can hit or miss. The people that you have right now need to do something. And defensively, I don't trust that team either.
Well, the thing about it is the Bengals are still a potent offense, and they got Joe Burrow, and they got a good offensive mind as a coach. They missed sorely Joe Mixon last year. They sorely missed him.
That's true.
If they could replenish that somehow, some way with the draft picks that they have, even without an O-line, they will still might make the playoffs because they made the Super Bowl without an O-line, so it can be done. It's just that, you know what I'm saying, teams have adjusted to this, and they're going to press, you know what I'm saying, the O-line as much as possible, but it's going to leave open for Jamar Chase and company to go, you know what I'm saying, go to work. But they're going to be teams that have corners and safeties that are, you know what I'm saying, are very, very, very diligent and disciplined and very opportunistic. So, you know what I'm saying, when you face the good secondaries of the league, you're going to have problems. However, how many teams in the league actually have the secondary to, you know what I'm saying, to rush extra at Joe Burrow all day long without getting cooked? Not many. We're lucky. The Chiefs are lucky. You know what I'm saying? Some teams are lucky. The Broncos are another one of those teams where they actually have the weapons in the backfield to rush at Joe Burrow at will. And I don't know if you remember, Jamie, I don't know if you were here for that one, but I put up a list of the most sacked quarterbacks since 2020. And Joe Burrow is second on the list to Russell Wilson. None of the other guys in the list is an elite quarterback.
All right. You say that.
Yes. But you got a tougher division now than before. The Raiders, I think, are going to get something. I think they're going to be I'll say a 6 and 11 team maximum. Or, you know what I'm saying? Maybe they might win 7 games. Maybe they might win 7 games. But you'll start seeing fight out of them, I think so.
But I think the Broncos
the Chargers are going to contend, but you're going to beat them anyway.
I love the Broncos secondary, too.
And I think the Broncos are the second team to beat in the AFC West, personally.
The Broncos secondary is going to be...
Are you guys going to be the first to repeat the NFC East? I think so.
It's looking like it, but this is why I say Washington.
It could easily be Washington, and you guys, you guys might even have the same exact record, but you might lose the one game that you needed to win, and still,
Shit, Jaden Daniels look better than.
But I'm not a Philly fan. I'm not, and my cousin's a Philly fan, and obviously my boy here, my brother, he's a Philly fan. But I'm not a Philly fan. I'm not an Eagles fan, but I'm not an Eagles hater. I actually like their logo. I like their jersey. I like their history. I like Philadelphia, and I love their stadium. And I'm biased and also selfish, where I want the Eagles to win the division because I like playoff football in Philadelphia. The Lincoln is awesome, just like my stadium at the Bank, M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, baby. That house is roars, and when Ray Lewis comes in there to do the war dance, it's on, baby, it's on.
So, by the way, you want the game to be on the road or at home?
No, I want it at home, so I want you guys to win the division.
No, I'm talking about Casey.
Well, we face them in their house.
If you face them but I'm saying if you face them in the playoffs, you want to be at home?
We're more than likely going to be at home. We're probably going to have a better record than they are.
Yeah, I think so too.
I don't think Travis Kelce's going to be Travis Kelce anymore. I think you guys are good to win 12 games. We're going to win 13. We're going to go 13-4. You guys are going to go 12-5. Bills are going to go 14-2.
Wait,
no, 14-3 or 15-2. One of the two. But they're only going to lose like 2 games.
Green Bay's offense is going to be really good. I seen they picked up that kid Matthew Golden.
So in the NFC, other than the Commanders or the Redskins, who do you see
Detroit
that you have to watch out for out of the non-elites?
Oh, non-elites?
What's a team that you see on the rise that you might see like, we might see something brewing over here?
Atlanta. They
did good with those outside linebackers. I remember that they picked a duo outside linebackers.
Atlanta. We've always said how we like Michael Penix.
No, King Jamie, I don't think you guys suck. I don't think you guys suck. I just don't think offensively you're gonna be as good as you can be until you're fully healthy. And because of that, at the beginning of the season, because I don't think you're gonna be fully healthy at the beginning of the season. I think that you guys might struggle at first and then pick one. But I think you guys are going to win 12 games, maybe 13. But I think the Ravens are going to have a better record than you guys are.
Let me explain to you why Atlanta. Because, first of all, me and my man here, we like Michael Penix. We thought Michael Penix was good coming out the draft. We thought he was going to be a decent quarterback and possibly a Pro Bowler type quarterback. So I like that. I like putting that at quarterback and running that with that offense that they got over there with Drake London and the pieces that they have at wide receiver. They have a certified running back, and now you add two pillars to your defensive line who can rush the passer, which I thought they was missing because I don't think their secondary is a problem. They do have Jesse Bates back there, and they do have A.J. Terrell back there. So they have a legit corner, and they have a legit second corner too. So I just say watch out for that defense and offense. I think that team's going to be much improved this year.
I think in the NFC, the team to watch out for is, I would say, I'm put it like this: watch out for the Cowboys, and don't forget about the 49ers. Because believe it or not, the Cowboys I know we laugh at, but the Cowboys are not bad roster wise, so they could always put up a game. We'll see if the quarterback comes to play. Because I don't trust Bryce Young just yet. I don't trust anything that New York Giants are doing just yet. We'll see. It remains to be seen. I think Dart is a good quarterback, but I don't know if he's pro ready.
It would be good to see like Bryce Young start off high. If he started off high, that'd be a good.
Did any indication show you that Dart was pro ready to start from day one? I didn't think so. The fact that you have to hesitate to even answer that shows you that no. Because if he was pro ready, you'd know it. Like Cam Ward is pro ready.
Yeah, I don't like his game too much. Kind of remind me of, believe it or not, like a Daniel Jones.
Yeah. So I'm not saying
he's gonna be that
I don't think he's gonna be.
stupid or
I don't think he's
anything.
gonna be as bad as Daniel Jones. No. I think he's actually gonna be a pretty good quarterback.
It will be cool, bro. Your Ravens are always right there.
Bro, they drafted two offensive linebackers back to back. Two of the best pass rushers in the entire draft. They drafted both of them. Crazy.
No, yeah, that's my team. That's my team. And then another team I like, if the quarterbacks can finally figure this shit out and not be so inconsistent, Kyler Murray and the Cardinals. I think they'll make some noise. Possibly.
In the AFC,
Thought they made some really good moves in offseason.
In the AFC, I got the Broncos to watch out for. I got the Miami Dolphins come back. I think so.
I like that one.
And I think the Bengals will be better than last year. I think the Steelers will be worse.
If those two wide receivers are there though.
Yeah.
I don't know if I trust that team without that other wide receiver there. T. Higgins is key for the Bengals, in my opinion.
Oh, and watch out for the Titans. You never know. These rookies these years
I know, right?
come out of nowhere and just
Dead
go
ass.
ham on them.
Because let's be real. That kid's a starter. Like, he can start day one.
Don't be surprised if Cam Ward comes out of the gate and wins 11 games, okay?
Do I think he's going to mess up? Yeah, they all mess up.
The Cardinals are one quarterback injury away from being a major contender.
Finish him.
Gotta love King Jamie. I gotta love King Jamie.
That's awesome.
Oh, we appreciate this.
Fucking awesome.
We appreciate this.
Oh,
Thank you, everybody. This is one of our best lives. We're gonna keep coming back. We'll be back on Monday to recap the conference finals and also some more football. We are the Pressure Podcast. It means to perform, react, and do using strategies in sports under rigorous environments, motherfucker.
Give me a hell yeah.
The only podcast where viewer has saved. You have a webcam. We will send you a link so we could put you on a little screen right here. Hop on the mic and talk your shit.
Finish him.
Till then, motherfuckers, be safe. King Jamie,
Wait,
Cole,
hold on.
nice.
King Jamie, that could go either way. You can say that as a joke or for real. Because honestly, you can say that as a joke or say that for real, bro. Like, you might be right. We don't know what I don't know what Kyler Murray. That's the problem. We're waiting on him. If he shows up, the Cardinals they're gonna be in contention.
But
they're solid.